Joy in Miami? Anxiety in New York?
My emotional state is completely contingent on that television right now.
Anger in D.C.
Frankly, we did win this election.
We're going to have to take a stand. We're going to have to go and make it happen.
Emotions ran high on election night.
Yeah, I think this is getting tighter and tighter the more we talk, guys, frankly.
We started the night in Biden's home state.
We're here outside the Chase Center in Wilmington, Delaware. People are gathering to show their support for Biden.
I think as Democrats, we're all kind of concerned just because 2016 gave us such PTSD of the fact that, it looked like Hillary Clinton was going to blow Trump out of the water, and then there's people that came out of the woodwork for him.
If Trump wins again for 4 more years, how will you feel?
4 more years. You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Maybe this is who we are. And that's sad. Really, really sad.
I'm gonna be realistic, and excuse me for people's ears. I'm gonna be pissed.
Over in D.C., we found voters rooting for a Trump victory.
We're in Washington, D.C. Supporters of President Donald Trump have gathered at a local bar near the Trump International Hotel. They're hopeful for 4 more years.
I didn't realize the extent of what he was trying to clean up here in Washington, D.C. until about 3 years ago. And that's when I totally hopped on board.
What if Biden wins? What would you do?
I don't know. I might do something crazy like leave the country like all these people from California say. If Trump wins re-election, I'm leaving the country.
Members of far-right group Proud Boys were also worried about a Biden win.
If he wins and he wins fair and square, we didn't do enough. Republicans just didn't do enough to get the president reelected. We didn't knock on enough doors. We didn't reach out to enough people. We didn't bring more people to vote.
Our constitutional rights are to remove a tyrannical government. So if we needs be, we will remove them physically. I'm going to give it to you raw. Yeah, we're violent, but only in self-defense. That's what we stand for. That's what a Proud Boy does. He protects the innocent. He stands for the weak and righteousness.
And we are getting ready for some big calls, 39 seconds away from the next poll closings.
NBC News projecting, as expected, Joe Biden will win in New York.
There was a good amount of booing here when the results from New York came in at the New York Young Republicans election watch party. Otherwise, the crowd has been pretty optimistic and high energy.
Even though I didn't vote for Trump in 2016, I was on the fence about it. I actually wrote in a name. I didn't vote for either of the major party candidates. And then over time, I became a Trump supporter, then voted for him in 2020.
I think that it's a real shame that the country is this divided. No one should have to feel afraid for wearing a MAGA hat out in public. No one should have to be worried about persecution.
America is also on track for the highest voter turnout in nearly a century, even with the coronavirus raging in many parts of the country.
So I think this election really puts fundamental American values on referendum. I think our country is in a crisis of purpose, of faith, of meaning. I think especially with the pandemic and the economic repercussions that have resulted from the pandemic.
And as the night went on, it became clear that there would be no winner on Election Day itself.
We knew this was going to go long, but who knew we're going to go into maybe tomorrow morning, maybe even longer. But look, we feel good about where we are. We really do.
But with a number of states still not counted, President Trump declared victory.
This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list, okay?
With such high stakes, many urged Americans to respect the final results in the days to come.
If we wake up tomorrow and Joe Biden's our president, then I have to accept that fact and I have to get on with it.
it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. So all I got to do is just hope for next year and see how it turns out.
I'm worried about people not putting enough compassion out there and like reaching out to their friends, even if they're on another side. We all have to, kind of help each other out. We're here together. This is America. We're one team at the end of the day.